Hi, my name is Strahinja and I think I'm an indie game developer now. I'm also a software tester and that is my bread and butter, and I do game development for the joy of it and the love of playing games. I'm going to give you some context here about how I started developing games. So 7 or 8 years ago I tried creating a simple stickman game. Stickman, hangman, the game where you hang poor stickman guy because he doesn't know the word. Yeah, okay. So I tried to make that game in plain JavaScript, and wow, was it hard. Spoiler alert, yes, it was. It was a huge failure. I never managed to do anything, and after that I felt a bit discouraged, and I kind of drifted away and stopped thinking about creating a game on my own. It seemed too hard for me and I was unable to grasp it. Anyways, years passed, and at some point I was scrolling some social network, or some. I had some extra time on my hands, and I was looking at what could I do with my spare time, and there you go, an ad pops up, and I click on it, and I usually don't do stuff like that. I mean, clicking on ads, who does that? A crazy person? Anyway, it showed me this course on Udemy on creating video games with vanilla JavaScript, and I was looking to improve my JavaScript skills, so I enrolled and ended up creating my first game, a racing game. Yeah, it's called originally. So it's not much, but it's quite fun to play, to be honest. And it even had a multiplayer, a keyboard multiplayer where you sit side by side and play the same game with other. And it had another annoying mechanics. And I mean, my sister played it. She and her boyfriend liked it. It did cause them to fight a bit on who's winning and why, so they stopped playing it. I gave it to a friend of mine. He played it also, but he's a programmer and he didn't care about that playing stuff so much, about looking into the code and stuff. And there were some cool things, and while we were looking at the code, I saw some really weird choices I made while typing the code. He saw it too, so I don't know. I consider it a success. Yeah, I mean, it was the first game for me. Yeah, after all, I did make a video game. Wow. After that, I had another pause. Some work-related stuff came up, and I had to put my hobby away. Some months later, I tried making something new out of it, as the game I made from that course was vanilla JavaScript, and I had to build a game engine, kind of, for that game, and I tried reusing that game engine, and it was a hot mess. There was no way I was able to do it. There was just too much math and grinding to have some simplest features, really simple stuff, collision detection and things like that. So I started another game development course, and this time it was Unity. I don't know if you heard of it. It's kind of a big deal. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll stop making those. They're stupid jokes. And it was fun. It was fun, I must tell you. And the learning curve was not so steep for me. I don't know. And it was fun. I learned new stuff, and then I wanted to recreate one of my favorite games ever, the X Ball. So I understand that the X-Ball is a clone of another ultra-popular classic game called Arkanoid. I don't know. I hope I'm not butchering that too hard. And anyways, I did it. Yeah, I made a game and I gave it this awesome name. It's called Block Annihilator. Block Annihilator. Does it sound awesome? It's a mouthful, alright. Super cool name, right? Super cool name, right? And I tried to make people play it. I was pushing it onto my friends and family, even try selling it. I mean, I was getting mixed reviews. People who played the X-Ball, they were like, wow, this is great. And that's mainly people in my family. And when I say people who played the X-Balls, I'm talking about my father and about my uncle. They liked it. And there were other people who were saying, well, this is nothing special. And I mean, as I said, I was getting mixed reviews because the thing is, Block Annihilator is not really anything special. It's just a clone of a clone. You know, it's special to me. I mean, but it's just not original, and I did not manage to sell a lot. I managed to sell a couple of copies, you know, 3, 4 copies, I'm not really sure. And I mean, that's it. So I made a small break afterwards, but you know, before that I did get 2 small YouTubers to play it on their channels. I will link to those videos in the description and say hi to those guys. You guys are awesome. After that, I joined a couple of jams. In one, I created this procedurally generated platformer. I called it T.G.H.N.N. Yeah, it's a mouthful again. And it's an acronym for The Game Has No Name. I thought it was really funny. Anyways, it's endlessly procedurally generated levels. It has 4 different characters with special powers. You can go check it out on my itch.io page. I will link all this in the description. Anyway, I was checking out this tutorial on procedural level generation and trying to figure out stuff on my own. I was failing, and I ended up using someone else's solution to a problem. I mean, I think it's a good practice actually. You know, you try to make your own solution to a problem, but if someone else has already created the solution for your problem, why waste time? If it fits, great, use it, use someone else's code, if it's allowed, of course, and then if not, then try making up your own solution or try updating the existing code, you know, that you already had with someone dealt with most of the stuff. You just, you know, realign it to fit your project. Anyway, finally, now I'm a century later, I'm going to talk about the game, which is the reason that I'm making this video. So this game jam had a cool idea, and this guy started this community on Itch. It's about people growing, not about self-promotion and stuff. Yeah, go check out AngrySmile on itch.io and Discord. I will leave a link in the description. Anyway, the theme of his game jam was BigFoot. So BigFoot, come on, now look at my thought process here. How the hell do I draw a Bigfoot? You know, a goddamn Sasquatch. There is no way of me drawing it. So Bigfoot, come on, man. Why can't it be something easy? I just want to make a platformer here. Okay, let me Google Bigfoot, and I'm googling it, and I'm presented with a page full of big, ugly, and probably bad smelling feet. I don't know what I did. I probably mistyped something, and I got a page full of bare feet, ugly and stinking. So yeah, that would be cool, I thought to myself. Okay, but is it a big stinky foot? If it is, if it's my player character, who are its enemies, and you know, what do I do about them? So I guess water is dangerous if you want to smell bad. Yes, so fire trucks and soap and water outlets. Those are my enemies, and that's it. I started coding, I started drawing, putting it all together, and a week or so later I had this crazy game, and I think people liked it because it was original. So I mean, people did like it, at least those who played it. I did get some good feedback there, and thank you guys for that. Anyway, again, after that I had another job, Spike, and it increased the velocity and scope at my day job, and I was kind of burnt out. And my home computer was off for months, so holidays were here and close, and long overdue 3-week vacation was incoming for me. So I was wondering, what do I do with all the time, you know? Should I just sleep and eat, or should I do something extra? And I decided to dust off my Bigfoot game, and I opened the Trello board and started planning. So what do I do? what do I want to do, what do I want to create, and I added some new mechanics like moving platforms, time vanishing platforms. I wanted to implement some way to deliver some sort of story in my game, you know, how did that food get there and things like that. And I wanted to make it look great, so I did. I think I did. Anyways, I implemented 2D lights. To add more atmosphere to the game, I drew new tiles for the background and then new tiles for the foreground. I added normal maps to all the tiles and all the sprites in order to make scene look more, not realistic, but more alive with all those moving lights. Then after that I created a water shader, and it looked cool, but it was totally killing the performance. I removed it completely. Yes, hours of work and hours upon hours of work to make it look just like I wanted, and it was killing the performance. I mean, I have a potato i5 4th gen laptop, so I deleted it. Yeah, I removed it completely. I made water move when it's hit by an object. It works differently. I'm kind of satisfied with it now, but I might do some more stuff to that later. I also created the boss level. You know, I have a huge fire hydrant that is my enemy now, and he wants to kill me. And he has this henchman water spewing fire trucks that are trying to wash me too. So this is where I am now. I understand my video skills are a bit sketchy, at least. I mean, I'm not really great at this, but I'll practice, I'll get better. Thank you for bearing with me through all this video, through entire video. Also, I can see that if some of you find the audio quality is not that good, it is recorded on a less than awesome headset mic, so please don't hate me for it. Anyways, I will ask you to go and try my games. Tell me what you think, contact me. I'm on Twitter, on Instagram, on itch.io. All of those are linked in the description here. Tell me what you think of my games, and this is it for my first devlog. Thanks for joining me, and I wish you a good day, and bye!